Hello, and welcome back to a brand new day of free-to-play in Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. This is part 2 of my draft walkthrough. In the first installment, I talked about the concept of potential when you're drafting cards. So you try to select a card that has the greatest potential to win you the game by itself, in the context of having a deck full of creatures and lands. So this is the deck that I drafted up. You can see all of that in part 1. Not going to spend too much more time on it. Go back and watch that video. In this part, we're just going to play. So let's pop in here. It's the first time I've recorded gameplay. See how it goes. So, Innistrad Midnight Hunt would not be my first choice of what to show you, as I mentioned in the first video. But I think it's important to specify this for the free-to-play players and for new players. Alright, it's a little risky, I'm going to keep it though. I think we'll get that third land. Quick drafts are half the price of other drafts. That means you get twice as much experience with drafting. And even though the AI picks rares like crazy, you should also get more of a card collection through 2 quick drafts than through 1 traditional or, against players draft. Green, blue from the opponent so far. Coil Creature, that is a great turn to draw. Okay, we got our third land though. Looks like the opponent is going to ramp. We're going to hit our land drops with these eccentric farmers, but we're going to be a little bit slower than they are. If they have a giant flyer to get out here with their Root Coil Creeper, we could be in trouble. Okay, just an attack. I don't really have any special thing to use with this Novice Cultist here. It is very tempting to get this Death Bonnet Sprout out, but with this board state and these 2/2s, it's much too good to go for this Eccentric Farmer here. We're bottlenecked on green, we will take a Forest. Sets us up well for next turn. So I will take this Pestilent Wolf block if they attack. See, they're on the play, they've got the front foot on the tempo here. We take trades. Plus, if they spend all of their mana activating that Pestilent Wolf, I'm pretty happy. It means they might skip their play for this turn. No, okay. Okay. I can flash this back to... We have definitely got the tempo on us here. Alright, we're gonna double spell. Alright, we'll take another green. So if they do not kill the Death Bonnet Sprout, it will flip. The Eccentric Farmers are doing their job. That means they have to use the spell from their graveyard this turn, or we can potentially exile it with the Sprout and they won't get it. They have a good attack with the Wolf. Cavalry. Alright. Yeah, they're taking advantage of their front foot aggression here. But they're gonna lose their spell. This Death Bonnet Hulk is going to exile it next turn if they don't use it. Alright, let's go big. We've got cavalry here too. No attacks. I'm going to force you to figure out a way through. Right? They went first. They're running out of cards. We have a Death Bonnet Hulk, which will keep growing if they don't stop it. We take trades. We call their bluffs. Okay. They've gone in for the play. This means we get to eat a creature out of our graveyard with the Hulk, since we don't have to worry about their Winterthorn Blessing anymore. So much tempo acceleration out of this Root Coil Creeper. That was such a strong turn 2 play for them. Okay, this is a bad attack with the Wolf, I would say. Trading their 3/3 Pestilent Wolf for Farmer is not good. Now I get to eat the Wolf out of your graveyard. Okay, so I would love to be mana efficient here and play one of my 5-drops. Possibly that is the correct thing to do, because it's better at getting in the way of their cavalry. Actually, the more I think about it, I can take 2 damage from this flyer. That's fine. I'm going to gum up the ground here. So the opponent is running out of gas. They are trying their best to close this game. It is my job for my card quality to overtake them and beat them. It's possible if I get this Bird Admirer and they don't have an answer for it, we might see a scoop, depending on how soft they are. We are playing a Conqueror. Otherworldly Gaze. It's not a very good spell. It's card disadvantage. They did not surveil anything into the graveyard. They got to look at their top 3 cards, and if they don't put them in the graveyard, they can put them back on top of the library in any order. Their top 3 cards, they all like. This is bad news. It is bad news for us. Still hoping that my card quality can overtake them here. Let's see, are they trying to bait me with this gaze? I'm still going to take it. Okay, fantastic. We can double spell here. We've got double Bird Admirer. They absolutely did not want to see this. And if they don't draw a spell, it's very likely, since they just scribed 3 to the top of their library, that they have 3 spells. It's very likely that they're not lands. But they can't let it pass tonight. If they let it pass tonight, bad things happen. Alright, Soul Guide Griff. Got more flying in the air. They'll probably take a creature here, so I have less opportunity to grow the Hulk. Yep, they took the Dreadhound. So it's one less thing for the Hulk to eat. I believe that would be correct for them. Also, the Dreadhound is an incredibly powerful card. If we did have some way to get it back from the graveyard, and we do. Then that is something they definitely wouldn't want to see. Okay. We have choices here. We can play our Rejuvenator, or we could let it flip to Night. I think I'm gonna let it flip to Night. Okay. Yeah, if that had been a card draw spell, maybe they could have double spelled, but if they're just drawing, you know, a creature here, a what's it there, like a Bounding Wolf, then they're not going to be able to flip it back to daytime. Alright. I think we start vying for control of the battlefield here with this Tireless Hauler. It can trade with their cavalry. I'm not going to double spell because I don't want it to flip back today. Because of that triple scry, they should have another spell. So, let the Hulk keep growing. The Brawler will come in next turn. That will be something else that we can eat. Okay, they put a counter on the Griff. Griff is big enough that if it goes back to daytime, that our Wing Shredders will flip back. Alright, the opponent is trying to go wide. We are at 6 life. We're going to come in with this Vigilance creature. Start pressuring them. They might chump with the Timberland Guide here. Their other good block would be to trade. Okay, they're taking the chump. Alright, so I think the way that I lose this game is if the opponent manages to trick out some damage across to me while I'm at 6. So I'm going to play this Dawnheart Rejuvenator. Gain 3 life. Add another 4 toughness creature to the battlefield. I go back up to 9. The opponent is at 20 still. Unless they get some good tricks, I feel like we are turning the corner. Get to eat their Timberland Guide here. Just come in with the Dire Strain Brawler again. Vigilance. Okay, they go to 14. We cast our 1 spell for the turn. It is a Death Bonnet Sprout. We only have 2 creatures in the graveyard currently because we've been feeding the other Death Bonnet Hulk. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten that last creature. That might be a misplay on my part. Fight spell and fight one of my Wing Shredders. Also, duel for dominance, put a +1/+1 counter on their Candlelit Cavalry. So, that is a problem. Okay, enter a Mystic Skull. Our Dire Strain Brawler is not big enough to trade with their cavalry now. Let's see. Do I have lethal? Do I have lethal? Their zombie can't block. They have 5 blockers. I subtract my 5 biggest power creatures. That leaves me with 7. No, I can't kill them yet. Okay. I think I go ahead and come in with this 9/9 Death Bonnet Vault. If they have a trick, so be it. If I take their cavalry and a 2/2 off the board, I'm happy with that. Our board is stronger and wider than theirs. Is it a chump with the root coil? Maybe they know they don't need the mana production anymore. Can also return a card with flashback. Of course, with our 2 Death Bonnets, they're never going to get a card with flashback back. Oh, they can get it from exile. Interesting. Alright. 1 spell per turn, Mystic Skull. Put a stop on the opponent's end step to remind myself. We are going to activate the skull. Path to the Festival. Okay, so if they cast that and cast the Winterthorn Blessing, they can flip it back to day. But then our 2 Hulks will eat both of their spells out of the graveyard. They're looking at their options. Okay, they put a counter on their Soul Guide Gryph. It's now going to go up to a 5/6. Tap down the Wing Shredder, so they can also get in with the Falcon Abomination. They might not realize that I have lethal on the Crackback if they do 2 base attack here. Okay, they swing in with the Flyers. No trick, I go to 2. I have no cards in hand, all the information is revealed. We flipped the Mystic Monstrosity. It goes back to daytime. Alright. Okay, they have 2 blockers. Yeah, we're gonna kill them. We are gonna kill them. I'm going to my graveyard, I'm gonna eat creatures. Oops. Accidentally took their Winterthorn Blessing. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Tackle. They're dead. Good game. They got me down to 2. But, game 1 against RKC, we've got it. Yep, down to -8. And the Winterthorn Blessing gave us quite a run for our money in the early game. In the end, our card quality prevailed. Alright, it's a slow hand, but we go first. The mana's good, we'll keep it. First play is looking like it'll be Heirloom Mirror. Which will smooth out our draws, get creatures into our yard, advance our strategy. Go ahead and play it. Now you have to remember it only activates as a sword. Okay, we have a play this turn too. That's nice. Alright. Going to go ahead drop off... Take a little bit of a risk and drop off this land. Yep, found another land. You can mill the land. This is why so often it's the correct choice to discard a land. Every game of Magic has a tendency to push towards flooding out. In the early turns, you need a good mix of lands, but in the later part of the game, lands just all turn into dead draws, and about 40% of your deck is still going to use. Let's see. We have an interesting... Okay, this is interesting. We can bluff here. The Novice Cultist can attack. If they block, the Grizzly Ghoul will get a +1 counter. If they let it through, the Bat Whisperer will make a bat. Okay, wonderful. Bat Whisperer. Ta-da! Okay, that was a synergy I never expected between the Bat Whisperer and the Grizzly Ghoul to make this bluff attack. But you know, the Grizzly Ghoul, it means it sort of wasn't a bluff. It means it'll pay you back. Okay. We've got this Outlaw and a Vampire Interloper. They have an aggressive slant. So, I think what we do here is we keep up our defenses. We are going to activate the Heirloom, keep moving it forward. No, I'm going to drop the Grizzly Ghoul. I'm going to drop it. And we're going to take a defensive posture against Birded Mire. You're a Swamp. We can discard that with the Heirloom Mirror next turn. Probably get yet another land. Okay. Could attack with the Occultist? I don't think we do. I think Birded Mirror is a good block on the Interloper, and then the other two are a good block on the Outlaw. I'm probably happy to get rid of the Bat, but the Occultist draws us a card. And filling up our graveyard with creatures is good for our strategy. Bold. Okay, red-black. Probably have combat tricks. Let's make them do it. Maybe they were hoping... Okay, so some of the cards like Bat Whisperer require you to deal damage to your opponent for your opponent to have lost life. And it does look like they are in vampires. Maybe they were just hoping. Okay, they did have a trick. They had a combat trick. Discard this swamp. Okay, we flipped into our inherited fiend. And we're going to play Seraph in Ancient. Their Interloper cannot block. There's no reason for them not to attack with it. So they do. 6 mana. Alright, Foragers will give them 3 red as it enters. But they're not able to double spell. Huh. I'm frankly surprised. Really and truly. Alright, they've been the aggressor this entire game. So I think we continue to make them try to solve our goal. We haven't played a land yet this turn, so we're going to use the eccentric farmer. I'm going to get back a forest. Play a forest. And... Ooh, we can play the Blood Thief. Connect with the Inherited Fiend. Man. Yeah, that's so good. I was going to keep a defensive posture, but this Blood Thief getting counters on it, it's a little bit too good to resist. So, it's actually on target vampire. Forgot about that. I don't have a lot of vampires. Mostly I took this card because it can grow itself, and that was good enough. Okay, expensive discard on a couple of stingers. The interloper gets it. If we attack them with the Blood Thief, they probably trade with the foragers, but if they don't, Blood Thief just grows itself. Bing, bam, boom. Alright. Let's see. 6 mana, could make a land drop. Several options here, but I think we just dropped the Balance Finder. Oh, I forgot about Sereth untapping creatures. Could have come in with the Fiend, probably. But now I can untap the Blood Thief for defense. Block the interloper. Okay, so they do have 6 mana. They can double pump a stinger to give it 5. So, what we do here, 4/5 will block their foragers. Other two both block stinger. They did not pump the stingers. Do they have a board sweeper? Oh, no. Oh, opponent. Oh, no. That was not the play. Do I have lethal? It sure looks lethal. Yeah, whatever they did there, that wasn't it. I was expecting them to have to make hard choices with which one of their stingers to pump up in order to kill off one of my creatures profitably. Whatever that was not the thing. Timotongo. Also in copper. Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, okay, after the sprout, it's slow. Can't turn down that mana, though. Oh, would have been nice on our curve to draw that creature, but... Would I have an answer? Oh, well... 2 critters in the evening. 3rd land drop. Cross fingers. 4th land drop here. Yes. Yes. Go on. Alright, maybe they have to waste a big removal spell getting through here. Maybe they just develop their board. No way out. Strange choice. Okay. Let's keep the 5 drops. Rebirth, that's nice. If they're running more discard, it would be good to discard the Rebirth. Let's see. We'll take the Tireless Hauler. That's nice. Show me your trick. Alright then. I think we turn the tables here. Say hello to my little friend. I can just pass the turn opponent. Let it go to knight. Okay, killing the cavalry. Probably not the choice I would have made personally. And yeah, there's no reason you don't attack there. Yeah, Paragraph Rebirth is a sorcery, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Get back. I guess the biggest thing? Why? Okay. Nope. Time to get wet. Man, some opponents have some really crazy names. It says they are Mythic ranked. It says they're Mythic ranked number 2. However, this is a good hand, and I'm keeping it. So, Copper versus Mythic number 2. Ready to get wet. Opponent. What a name. Okay. Here's a critter. There's a second death bonus spread that is just phenomenal. Ultimate Perforator. Oh, I flipped one of them already. I'm sorry, opponent. Sucks to be you. You're not thinking about chump blocking, are you? That'd be terrible. Don't do that. Don't do it. Build up a board, get multiple blockers. I'll feel a little silly if they actually take this chump block for not playing the Ghoulish Procession first. It just seemed so incredibly unlikely. I'm used to hiding information from my opponent when I go into combat. Okay, here we go. Alright, they're very incentivized to deal with the Death Bonnet Sprout if they're able to. No blocks. Festival Crash. So let's start eating some critters. Oh goodness, a Dreadhound. Alright, let's see if we can get through for combat damage here. Have they got a trick? Pump their Festival Crasher up. They take it. They go to 9. We play a Bat Whisperer. We have so much power on the board right now. Yeah, Yeah, attack me. Do it. Hi, number 2 method. How's it feel to lose to bronze? Zeph Mochi. Silver tier. Okay. 2-lander. I think we'll draw it. Sprout. Being on the play is nice. It's nice. Alright. Milled a critter, got a land. Ooh. Okay, blue black. Clearly, we do not want to attack into that. They would be happy to trade it. I think I go defensive here. If they have removal, I would rather it not hit the Hound Tamer. Plus, Bird Admirer attacks through a Beta Gangler just fine to trigger the Bat Whisperer. Otherwise, I'd keep it on defense. Okay, they're looking at my Death Bonnet Sprout. They're thinking about messing with it. Blue-black. It's the strongest archetype in this format. Ominous Roost! I tried to build around Ominous Roost when it first came out. It might still be worth giving a shot here. It's just an uncommon. Right? I mean, what are you risking, really, by trying to brew around it? Okay. So they get a 1/1 bird, only blocks creatures with flying. Alright. So, they can't block and kill my Death Bonnet Hulk, which has transformed. They also cannot block and kill my Bird Admirer. I think we go aggro. Yeah, I think we do this. They have no good blocks. They're coming in. Whisperer. Managed to trigger it off the bat. 5 power on the board for 4, like I talked about. Also, these Death Bonnet Hulks, with the way we built our deck so dense with creatures, they're flipping. They're doing their thing. I'm gonna get the Tireless Hauler next turn. Okay. Might not get the Tireless Hauler next turn. We're gonna drop the Forest. Okay, we could take the sure thing with the Hound Tamer. In long game, it's actually quite good. Gives us something to do in order to let it flip tonight, which will grow our Bird Admirer. Alright, so. Okay, got it. They have. Okay, their bird can block our bat. It can block creatures with flying. Their bird can block our bat. Their angler, they would love to trade with the Bat Whisperer. So. We'll cautious attack here. Hulk and Bird. Okay, they're going to take the block. Angler as a chump. We'll get it back from their graveyard as a 1/2. They are extremely incentivized to play it from their graveyard this turn, because otherwise I will just eat it with the Death Bonnet Hulk. Oh, darn our noggin. I'm going to eat the critter. I'm eating it. Who you milling? Probably yourself? Poor choice. Poor choice, my friend. Did you see how many cards I have in my deck? I went to 49. Bye-bye, beta gameplay. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that, opponent. Okay. We can almost attack with everything. Okay, so the Bat Whisperer cannot attack into the Drownyard Amalgam. Bird Admirer doesn't have a good reason to, but between Bird Admirer and the Hound Tamer, whichever one they block, I can put a counter on. These attacks are all good into the Amalgam because we can grow whatever they block. If they block the Bird Admirer, we'll just pump the Hound Tamer, I think. Now, if we didn't want to attack that recklessly on the ground, we could have sent the bat in and pumped it. They were not aware of the Tamer's pump ability. It was an on-board trick. They didn't read the card, and they made a terrible block. It did stop a lot of damage, I'll say. Stopped a lot of damage. Now they have these creatures that can't really block. They're at 10 life. I'm at 20. They need a sweeper or a large bounce spell. They need a massive swing here to get back in this game. Maybe if they triple spell, right? Maybe if they have 3 creatures in their hand, get them all onto the board here. They'll flip it back to daytime, get some profitable blocks. Okay, Vivisection. That's not nothing. Get rid of their zombie token and scoop it up. Card quality, density of threats, potential. The concept of potential wins us another one. They go first. I'll keep a slow hand if I'm going first. We'll do it. We'll do it. So the opponent drops a Silver Bolt. I'll drop a Heirloom Mirror. We actually have some of our weird 2-drops here. There's another one, Harvesttide Sentry. Unexpected. Okay, I don't remember there being a counterspell for one. Let's find out. Harvesttide Sentry. Okay. Heirloom Mirror at sorcery speed here. Let go of this swamp. Yep, do another land. Like clockwork. 40% of the cards you draw are land. The Celestus. Celestus. Wow, nice opponent. The Celestus is a hell of a card. Alright. So, I want to keep getting things onto the board here. They've got black, they've got a piece of removal on the board with the Silver Bolt. So Ghoulish Procession, when our creature dies, go ahead and net us a benefit. I'm going to drop off the Mystic Skull here. I like the other creatures in our hand even better than the Mystic Skull. Diagraph Horde. Bad for us. Diagraph Horde is a good card. It's a very good card. Okay, we've got Seraph here. So, go ahead and flip this Heirloom Mirror. Let go of the Cavalry in this case. Okay. Good. And I'm going to get the Rejuvenator down. I feel like the opponent might be sitting on some removal. Let's see, power 2 or less, no attacks. With the Harvesttide Sentry. Opponent might be sitting on removal or tricks. I would rather Sereth didn't get hit by that. I think the Rejuvenator is a good board presence for us right now. We have a tapped Inherited Fiend. I'm sure the opponent is not happy to see that. And let it flip to Knight. Okay. Get another land. We already have the Dawnheart Rejuvenator. But now, without tapping it, we could play the Dreadhound. I'm curious to see if Dreadhound gets countered. I might have flipped a switch or something. Yeah. You can't sit there and not play your spells forever. Should I play defense here? I think so. The opponent's going wide with their board. We've got that Silver Bolt. I need to remember that we've got that Silver Bolt. It's a Cultist. Sacrifice the Cultist. Board Behemoth, they give us a zombie. Flips back today. Trigger their Celestus again. We do the draw discard. Put Crawl from the Cellar into their yard. So, that is potentially some card advantage for them. Unless I eat the Novice Occultist out of their yard. Alright. This zombie is not that helpful to us. I would rather have more board presence at the moment. So, with that in mind, come in with this zombie. I think they'll call my bluff. We might sneak in 2 damage here. With a counter on it, Grizzly Ghoul will be too big for the Silver Bolt. Silver Bolt just outright destroys werewolves, which we do have a number of in our deck. So, it is a good, solid square removal. Okay, they call our bluff. There you go. Grizzly. Awesome. Alright, we have an Infernal Grasp for our Grizzly Ghoul. They go to 16. Highest wave for our Heirloom Mirror. My lord. My lord, and a Silver Bolt on Harvesttide Century never didn't have an opponent. They've got the world on a string. Everything they could ever ask for. Well, I suppose Blue-Black is the strongest for a reason, but still, that turn sequence was something else. I mean, really? Seriously? This is just silly. Alright, let's get a Swamp. Let's play a Swamp. Let's play Sereth the Viper Swamp. And, yeah, let's attack with this zombie that can't block, why not? Where is it not to? Okay. So, they have been smoothing their draws with the Celestus. Oh, what an amazing card. Alright, so We have to triple block the more behemoth. If they have a removal spell, we are blown out. We have nothing. Amazing. Utterly, just unbelievable. Isn't it unbelievable sometimes what opponents can do in a limited game? It's just unreal. Completely unreal. Oh, it's so dumb. They've got this. They've won. So we attack with our zombie, put him at 12, get a counter on the Stormkirk Blood. Stormkirk. And we recast our Seraph that they bounce back to our hand. They have another Diagraph Horde, because they're the best at magic, why wouldn't they be? We double block their Morkrut Behemoth. Die to their Diagraph Horde. What can you possibly do against that? That was amazing. Alright, Diamond. MTG Rex. Diamond tier. Opponent goes first. Alright, so we'll get a draw because we're going second. That makes it more likely to hit our third land. If we don't hit the third land, I'm going to leave the Occultist on too. Okay, there's that third. So, Harvest Time Central. Ooh. Might be seeing a block here. Alright. I'll bite. It's a trade. Armor. No way. Okay, we've dug ourselves 3 cards deeper to our next land. Right? We have done that. And with this early, we're going to do it again. We are going to do it again. We're going to drop off this Cultist. We're going to keep digging towards the next land. Build one into the graveyard. Finally. Finally, that's, yeah, that's 5 creatures in the graveyard, plus 1 land. Amazing. Okay, we've got all 3 Rejuvenators. I'm going to drop one off. There's a land. Alright. Have removal for the farmer. Oh, do they have removal for the Stormkirk Blood Thief? Not yet. Not yet. In fact, they haven't done much this game. Shadow Beast Sighting is quite a card. Alright. Keep digging to our lands here. I'm gonna drop off another Rejuvenator. Yes, get away. Flipped to our Inherited Fiend to play a Gauntlet Rejuvenator. Now we've got things going. No good attacks this turn. Don't get to grow the Blood Thief yet. We have to deal with this Fiend. This Fiend will mess them up. It only eats creatures out of the graveyard. Doesn't target other things, so they might be able to get another 4/4 in the future. Like us, they have been a little tight on lands this game. In fact, their hand is full of cards. Yep, come on through. Foragers. Okay, double spell. Okay, they did have a removal spell. They decided it was worth their time. Alright. Probably a good call. So much of our values in our graveyard right now, but I feel like we should use these creatures that are in our hand. They're some of the best ones in our deck. Okay. Inherited Fiend is coming over to see. They need a trick now to get their 4 power creatures through. Or, you know, a big removal spell to burn out the cavalry. Alright, hit their 5th land. Looks like the opponent and I are both going to play Magic. They've got double green, they've got triple red. I've got my colors. It's a game. The game is afoot. I'm sure they have things to add to the board here. They're probably more concerned with dealing with the Inherited Fiend. Okay, they've got their own cavalry that they add to the board. Right. So they might think they have the superior crackback position if I swing in. I might also end up trading my cavalry for a 4/4 on a double block. The other thing I could do here... Actually, it might be dangerous to flip it tonight. No, okay, I'm going to come down. I'm going to take pieces off of their board. We are at the higher life total. They are in defensive mode. Okay, it's a straight-up trade. Oh no, they're being extra careful. Alright, no, I'm taking your 5/5. Alright. I could do Hound Tamer and have 4 mana open to use it. Yeah. Okay, oh, that is more efficient use of mana there. You saw earlier that we blew out an opponent who did not read the card. Now, this player, being in Diamond, should be aware of the Hound Tamer and that we have 4 mana. Let's see. It's the Inherited Fiend at instant speed it is. With the Hound Tamer, we'd rather do that unless we, Interesting. They don't control 3 or more. Okay, so if we push this to 5... They both die. Yep. Need to block. Yep. Okay. Okay, so they took out my flyer at great cost to themselves. So... I don't have great attacks this turn. I think I get this Tireless Hauler down. Let's see, go. I'm sure they have spells. Probably won't flip. Flame Challenge. So it does not flip tonight. Alright, now we have Tireless Hauler to attack with. We can save the Rejuvenator, but we can't push it through to where it can kill the 4/4. We're 1 mana shy of doing that. Okay, 4/4 blocking 4/5. Bend the Celestus. Interesting. Okay, this goes up to a 6/6. We cannot pump them that much. Right. So now let's see. We can get down to we can play this Mystic Stone. one more mana and we can start activating the Hound Tamer twice per turn. And that will be very efficient. Alright. We can come in with the cavalry here for sure. Shouldn't have hovered over it. Okay. They know. They know and they're doing it anyway. Alright, Diregraph Rebirth. What is the biggest, baddest thing in this graveyard? Okay, Cavalry's 5/5. There's Sereth. Oh, Sereth. Battlefield. Yeah, they're at 8. Giving everything Death Touch and doing it. Yeah, with them being at 8, we just need to push damage here. Also, the Hound Tamer is Trample. Death Touch and Trample, you only have to assign 1 point to the creature that blocks the floor with Death Touch. Kind of amazing. So, they can trade, but they are going to lose everything with my lower value creatures here. Deathbonded Sprout. Alright. Reveal no information yet. Against these. Right. Tap creatures have Death Touch. That's Sereth. Hovered over the card. I hope they already knew how it did. They are in Diamond. Hexproof untap, Death Touch tapped, pay 1 to untap, creature or land. That's Sereth. Okay. Are you doing this? Are you making all the trades? Oh no, you're not making all of the trades. Okay. I think I just let this go. Yep, sign 1 to you, Cavalry. Could have pushed them 1 point lower. That wouldn't have won the game. So instead we're going to be smart and this I suppose we could have flipped the Mystic Spell at instant speed. That probably would have been the play. Probably would have been the play. It's probably good. Okay. So, let's get in here. I know, the Deathbond could keep growing larger, but they're at 7. They're under so much pressure. That Cavalry is going to trample over whatever blocks it. Maybe they'll just take it. Oh. Wait a minute, they're dead. Okay, good game. So, 2 losses, 1 was deserved, 1 was my mistake. 6 wins. As Covert Go Blue, the YouTuber would say. Final boss. There will be no more games. This is it. Two-landers make me nervous. Very nervous. Well, wilds from the opponent, but he's red, we get a land. Hallelujah. Eccentric Farmer's gonna come down on top. Red-white. No plays. Not a very aggressive start from the opponent. Eccentric Farmer, do we hit a land? Yes. Take it. So we didn't get a second land into the graveyard, so rather than take a chance on the eccentric farmer, I think we're just going to go Rejuvenators, accelerate our mana. No attack, they have a dormant Wardens. That's a very good card. Upon my rereading it, I realized that it pumps your entire team, all creatures you control if you have Coven. That's good. So there are 3 cards. They Candle Trap and Mana Producer. They just... okay, they just want to make an attack here. That doesn't shut down my Mana Producer. They want to 20, gained 3 off of the Rejuvenator. Alright, so, let's see. Yeah, no big creatures in the graveyard yet. Let's play this Tireless Hollow. So they have 2/3 power creatures, and not that close to Coven yet. Another Candle Trap. Okay, okay. Not coming in with the 3/2. Would trade with the Farmer. Alright, no blocks on the Wardens. Go to 17. Okay, I think we'll do Eccentric Farmer. Yep, it'll land. Already played one this turn, but we can use our mana from the Rejuvenator to cast this Hound Tower. And I think they're regretting their choice of putting a Candle Trap on that card. No attacks. Oh, did I forget to block with that Tireless Hauler last turn? I think I did. Okay. Eccentric Farmers on the Warden, Tireless Hauler on the Ritual Guardian. What you got? Yeah, I forgot the Candle Trap creature can block. That was 3 damage I shouldn't have taken. Let's see, any big creatures down here yet? Oh, it would be exciting to get the Death Bonnet Sprout back. Let's see. Other things we could do... we only have 3 mana left if we played that. I think we play the Novice Cultist. And we will... +1 counter to these. Okay, Homestead Merge. Come in with both. Let's do it. Do it to it. Rock. And Cultist can block too. I want to draw a card. Creatures you control get Body Bomb. Non-tamer gets a pump. Okay. Even though that was a trade, happy to get their Wardens off the field, and since they did that pump spell, I'm glad that I did the chump block with the Cultist. I've saved our life total. We are at 16 still, that's great. Alright. So, Tamer, Bonnet Sprout. Which mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. Good. Let's see. Pull this back, we have 3 left. I think the Hound Tamer is the choice here. We'll play the Sentry. And guess what? We have these Candle Trap creatures we can just jump away with. Opponent. So I can let this Tireless Hauler go. Actually, I could put a counter on him and he'd make a hell of a blocker, wouldn't he? Oh. Oh. Well, I've got 8 mana. I'd rather put 2 counters on, like the Harvest. Let it flip. Let it flip tonight. Okay. That's a thing you can do. So, Sentry, get in there. Okay, I'll put a counter on it. Grizzly Girl. 6-5. Scoop 7 freaking wins. Oh, we beat Mythic too. We beat a Diamond player. Okay. After all of that talking I did in the first video and being so uncertain how I would perform in this draft, you know, I have this concept of potential. It has worked for me in the past. You never know, though. You never know what you're going to run into. Like that crazy game against the blue-black player. But here we are. We paid 5,000 gold to get in. We are getting 950 gems and 2 packs. So happy. So happy right now. So, potential might be something you can use for yourself. A couple of parting words about it. Potential is not just drafting big creatures. This comes up more often when you get into rare and mythic cards, especially oddball rare cards. Asking whether a card can win the game by itself does not always mean it's just a large creature. It could be something that pumps out token creatures over time. Like I mentioned, the aura in the walkthrough, the white aura for 3 that puts out a human at the end of your turn every turn, gives vigilance. That's not just a big creature. That is a creature factory that builds up value over time and overruns your opponent. A card that milled your opponent a significant amount, like Jace, the new Planeswalker. Mill is not usually a great strategy, but in Limited, where people are consistently running 40-card decks, Mill is quite powerful. So when you ask, does this card win the game by itself, take it seriously. So potential can be measured in ways other than damage. I just wanted to point that out. And small creatures like the Sprout, as you saw, can have high potential. You just have to keep your eye out for them. You have to be aware of them. Anyway, I've talked enough. Stay cool.